Good morning. Good morning to all. So, welcome back in the advanced partnership session of advanced accounting paper 5 of our CA intermediate class. Good morning. Yes. We are starting. So, all must have to attend the class at the earliest. Whomsoever is present, send good morning so that we can understand that how many are present. Normally, students are coming late, so try to be on time always. Let's review the previous lecture first. In our previous lecture, what we have done? In our previous lecture, we have covered amalgamation. So in amalgamation, you have covered yes. Good morning, Harsh. Good morning to all. Very good. Sushil, good morning. Very good. So in amalgamation, we have done the accounting procedure is very simple. We have to prepare revaluation account and transfer our balances of partners capital account in the profit sharing ratio. Whatever the balance in revaluation account means profit or loss on revaluation is to be transferred where? Is to be transferred to revaluation account. Good. Ankita, good morning. Harish, good morning. Prem Morai, good morning. Charu, good morning. Tanu, Ankita, everyone. Very good. Send good morning so that we can know your presence. So in our last lecture, we have done amalgamation. I'm just reviewing that. First of all, we have to prepare revaluation account. Whatever the profit or loss on revaluation is there, transfer to partners capital account. If there is any concept of goodwill is there, that must be there. You must have to enter it. Goodwill have two methods we know in our partnership chapter in our +2. What was the method? When goodwill is raised, and second one is when it is adjusted without raising or writing of it, we can adjust the goodwill also. So as per the case, we have to use the method. Then those assets liabilities not taken over by the new firm should be transferred to the capital account of partners in their capital ratio. Then accounting procedure may second point is their new firm will be debited with the difference between the value of assets and liabilities taken over by it. The assets should be credited and liabilities should be debited. Means we have to close our balance sheet. The balance sheet will be closed in which way? That will be closed by transferring to the purchaser. Who is the purchaser? The person, the company, the person, whomsoever is taking over our business. So he will be debited. Partners capital account will also be transferred to the new firm, because in our balance sheet, what is there? In our balance sheet, there are assets, liabilities, partners capital account, that's it. So assets, liabilities, and capital account will be transferred and the balance sheet will be finished. If balance sheet will be finished, obviously accounting is complete. Our business is properly closed. And in the books of new firm, obviously assets comes. So he will debit assets at their agreed value. Even if he have received goodwill, that will be debited also. Then liabilities will be credited as normal because he is taking over the liabilities. And then partners capital account. He is taking over the partners. So he is taking over the partners, hence partners capital account will also be credited in the new firm books. Then when one firm is merged with another firm, obviously the entries are in the pattern of the concept then that the previous firm is seized off, is closed. And the new firm will assume it as a business purchase. So we have done illustration number 1 for the same. Question number 1 we was doing. I'm coming to the question number 1 once again. which we have discussed in our last lecture also. In question number 1, my dear students, you should have to check question number 1. That question number 1 has been solved by a method which is not mentioned in our notes. That is, it is done through a realization account. So realization account can also be used, but it is too lengthy and it is not feasible in this case. It is better to use revaluation account method, because that method is comparatively easy and feasible in case of amalgamation. So we prefer that you should have to use revaluation method. Let's do that illustration. Let's do that illustration. Let's do that question. Sorry, question number 1. So this is the question which we have already discussed in our previous lecture. Just review this question once again. Question number 1 of your ICI module, practical questions. Have you done this question? Have you done this question, my dear? I am not getting your yes or no. If you have done this question, because I have mentioned you that you should have to complete this question by yourself. Is it understood? Waiting fast. Send me the answer. Waiting for your answers, my dear. Not done. Done. Not done. Okay, no problem. This question can be done by the concept of revaluation method. Also, got question number 1 answer correct with revaluation method, sir. Yes, very good, Harsh. This is good thing. So PQ are partners, P and Q firm. Profit sharing ratio is 3:1. Q and R are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 2:1. Very good. On 31st of March, decided to amalgamate. Balance sheet is given to you. Amalgamated firm took over the business. Building of P and Q was valued at 1 lakh, and other assets are also valued accordingly. So in our previous lecture, I have discussed with you. Yes, you should have to use revaluation method. So in revaluation, whatever is the profit, that is, 2 forms are there, P and company, and second one is fast R and company. I'm not going to prepare according to the proper performa. I'm going to do it in shortcut so that you can understand it in a simple manner. Building is increased, value of building is increased. So profit of rupees 50,000, plant and machinery of P and company, profit of 1 lakh. Plant and machinery of the other organization is also increased 40,000. So there's a profit of 40,000. Stock in trade appreciated. So stock is also giving us profit. Profit of rupees 24,000, 20% of 1,20,000. And how much is the 20% of 1,40,000? And then provision for doubtful debts, 12,000. Yes, provision for doubtful debt, it is 12,000 and 26,000. So provision for doubtful debt, 12th on and 26th on. It is to be deducted. That's it. So with this, you will be able to get the profit or loss on revaluation. Whatever is the profit or loss on revaluation is there. It is 1,62,000 and 42,000. 1,62,000 and 42,000. So this is a profit on revaluation to be transferred to partners capital account. In addition to this, partners will get benefit of goodwill. He says goodwill is to be valued at 1,20,000 and 60,000, but same will not appear in the books of receiving company, purchasing company. But here we can enter it because in this case, goodwill account is to be debited to partners capital account, that is P to Q. So it will be in 3:1. 1,20,000 is the value. It is 90,000 and 30,000. In the same way, in the books of R and company, goodwill will be debited to Q to R. 2:1. Value is 60,000. $90,000, 60,000, and then 45,000. That is 40,000. 40,000 and 20,000. 2:1. So this is clear. Everyone has the module now. One more time explain, sir. Good. Question number 1. Very good. Remember, I will explain this no matter. I'm explaining. You may see that goodwill is to be brought in the books of accounts because goodwill is the benefit which will come to us. The profit on revaluation is there, which is to be allocated in 3:1. It is to be allocated in 2:1. So whatever the profit is there, that will go to partners capital account. Whatever goodwill is raised, that will go to partners capital account. In total, how much will be transferred to partners capital account? You may check. It is 40,500. It is 1,21,500. It is 28,000 and 14,000. So total, how much will go to partners capital account? You may see. In this case, partners will be debited, will be credited. Obviously, the profit is there. Partners will be credited with 90,000 plus 1,21,500. Check your module with how much amount partner is credited in partners capital account. It is 1,21,500 P plus 90,000. It is 3,11,500. So P will be debited with this amount, credited with this amount. Q will be credited with 40,500 plus 30,000. Sorry, it is 2 lakh. So it will be 70,500. You may check how much is the profit given in realization account. Check it out. Yes. See the solution. Come to the solution that is also given to you. I would like to tell it for you. You may see the realization account given to you. Yes, this is the realization account. How much, with how much amount P and Q are created? See here it is. It is 2 lakh 11,500 and 70,500. And how much I got for you? It is 2 lakh 11,500 and 70,500. Is that okay? Is that okay? In the same manner, in R and company, Q will be created with 28,000 plus 40,000. It is 68,000, and R will be created with 14,000 plus 20,000, 34,000. Check it out. Check in the realization account of yeah. This is a solution given to you in your module. It is 68,000 and 34,000 Q and R. So in realization account and revaluation account, the amount is similar. There is no difference between these two. You may see the partner's capital account is created with the same amount. So there is no difference at all. Tell me, is that clear? Tell me, is that clear to all? So that has been done for you. In partner's capital account, everything will remain same. There's no difference in partner's capital account. In balance sheet, everything will remain same. So you can easily do it. Let's do the next method. Next method is our conversion of partnership firm into a company. Conversion of partnership firm into a company. So the concept remains the same. Either there is a dissolution, one. Second, either there is amalgamation, or there is a conversion, or sale. Basic concept is same, that we are dissolving our existing firms and opening a new firm or transferring our assets and liabilities to a new firm or a different firm. We can say different firm. So there is a one purchaser and there may be one or two sellers. So the concept remains the same. And the basic concept is you should have to realize your assets, you should have to realize your liabilities. Whatever the profit or loss on that will be transferred to the partner's capital account. One. Second, whatever the goodwill is there, whatever the unrecorded assets are there, whatever the unrecorded liabilities are there, what do we have to do? That will be also transferred. That will also be transferred, because either they will be paid off or they will be transferred to the new firm. Third is whatever the partners are there, either they will be paid off, settled, or they will go to the new firm, because in the new firm they will get their share, whatever the share they have been, that has been decided for them. So in the given case, that is conversion, the basic thing is our firm is going to be closed and a new company comes into the existence. So if firm will be closed, firm will be shut down, it means it will realize its assets and liabilities to the new firm. And that firm is not a firm now, that is a company. So the concept of company must come into our mind. Concept of company was according to Companies Act 2013. Companies Act 2013 says we have to prepare balance sheet or the final account in the pro forma given to us in that you have done in accounting paper 1. In our paper 1 accounting, you have already discussed what is the pro forma for this, and that pro forma will be used here while preparing balance sheet. No other big difference is there. Second thing is, we have discussed in that whenever we are interested to convert our firm into a company, it may take time. So we have decided on 1st of April that we are interested to close our firm and start a company. Now what will happen? Either it can be done within a day. No. My dear, you will have to go for the process of registration of company under ROC. And it will take 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months, whatever the time. And during that time, firm will continue. But we are expecting that it should be a company. We should have to do some transactions in relation to a company in that case. So there may be some time gap. We should have to do that conversion in the mid of the year, at a time when the books are not closed. I'm taking a simple example. I'm taking a simple example for you. We have closed our books on 31st of March 2021. Now books are closed. On 1st of April, we have decided we have to convert our firm into a company. So we have started the process. Process is started. Now it has been the approval for converting it into a company received on 1st of July. Even it may be on not on 1st of July, it may be on 15th, 16th, 13th, 14th, any date. But I am taking a simple date for your convenience. So during this period, this is a firm. But we must have to close our books of accounts on 31st of March 2022. And during this period, this is a company. So what we have to do? We need balances as on 1st of July, but we are not closing our books as on that date. Due to that reason, we should have to do some efforts. We should have to do some extra efforts to prepare balance sheet as on 1st of July. Even we have to close our books after 3 months. And after 3 months, it will be closed, and then we have to open a company. Because in that case, company's books will be opened, and that will continue for 9 months. So 9 months is not a big issue. We know it very well that whenever opening is there, closing is there. Whenever opening is there, we can easily calculate the closing by doing our normal efforts. So the main concept is of 3 months when the books are to be closed and we have to do the efforts. So maybe you may get a question in your exams. You will have to do 2 types of accounting. One is the accounting of a firm for 3 months, and second is the accounting of a company for 9 months. Or you may get a question when he says we have decided on 1st of April, or we have you may say that they have pre-planned on 1st of January 2021 that we have to close our books of accounts, or we have to close the firm. Close the firm. And for that we have started doing efforts for converting it into a company. So ROC registration of companies we have applied, and we got the approval for opening a company. On which date? On 31st of March 2021. In either way, now it means for we have to close our books as normal on 31st of March 2021 as a firm. And on 1st of April, we have to start a company. So in this case, we have to understand the concept of doing entries only for a single firm. That's it. And opening of a new company. That's it. It's a small question. If such type of question when the dates is not a problem, it is a comparatively easy and simple question. If this type of question, it is somehow lengthy question. So two types of questions are there in the exam, which is coming to us. In this case, you may see illustration number 5. Illustration number 5. In this second method is adopted. This one. Of your module, see illustration number 5. पानी पियोगे? Dear sir, how can a firm convert it into a company? It's very simple. I am doing a business with as a partnership firm because we are two partners, A and B, or Pradeep Makkad and Varun Makhija, my another partner. We are doing a partnership firm. We are running a partnership firm. Now we have decided to expand our business at a higher level. So we have decided to convert it into a company. For that purpose, you will have to do one thing only, as we have already done in Income Tax Act, that there are various types of persons. So maybe you have not done the practical beta. If you have done the practical, you can easily get the answer of it, that how a firm can be converted into a company, because I am in a practical training also, providing practical training at a very large level in all over the world. So in practical training, we are guiding the student that how a company is to be formed. For forming a company, it is not required to be mentioned that what it was in what the partners was doing in the earlier case. So we will, you may assume that we will go for the registration under ROC by giving them the proper document, whatever they demand. So that documents will be given to them, the process will be followed, and a company will be formed. After forming a company, it is a separate identity. If it is a separate identity, it is a separate entity, what you can say, whatever is understandable to you. So it is a separate entity. Now partnership firm, which I am running exists already, that is a separate entity. So what I will do, I will close my partnership firm and transfer all my assets and liabilities to the new company which has been formed. And it is a very simple and sober case. This is just an accounting, and the name of the firm is changed now. Obviously now the new name will be shown everywhere. New letterpad will be printed. New, you may say, new email IDs will be formed. New each and everything will be done. Old firm is assumed as dissolved, and there is no existence of that firm in future. And new company, we are going to work as a by the new name now. Just like a person name is, myself is Pradeep Makkad, I have changed my name to Makkad Pradeep. I have changed my name to something else. That's it. There's a person Ramesh Kumar, he has changed his name to Mahesh Kumar. So this is just a simple procedure is there. You will have to give it in the newspaper that I'm interested to change my name. And the reason of changing the name is this one. People knows me better with the name of Mahesh. So I'm going to change my name to Mahesh Kumar. People identify me as Bhagwan Shiv Mahesh. So I am interested to change my name to Shiv. I am interested to change my name to Mahadev. So it is all up to your. It is not a typical and difficult process. It is a general process. It is done in routine. We are doing it in regular. Number of persons are coming to us and we are doing it that. So let's come to illustration number 5. Easy to understand. Hari, Lal and Jay have been in partnership for a number of years, sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 2:1 as wholesale stationers, trading under the name Hari Brothers. So that is the name of the firm. They have already decided to convert their partnership into a limited company. Now they have decided to convert it into a limited company. So you should have to remember that there are two types of companies. One is a private limited company and second is a public limited company. So that is all up to their decision. Whatever they are interested to do, that is not a difficult task or different task for us, because either if they are interested to prepare private limited or public limited, that is not a big issue for us. We have the same accounting treatment for both of them. On both of them, Companies Act 2013 applies as normal. Some technical processes they are later on. So that is not a part of our working. That is a part of maybe in CA final or maybe in practical, you will see the difference. Otherwise, there is no difference. With effect from 1st of Jan 12. So this is a good question and simple and easy question because the date is very smooth. It is 1st of January 2012. And the name of the company is to be Hari Limited. So this is also good. They are interested to give the name Hari Limited to this firm, to this company, sorry. Immediately prior to this conversion, the balance sheet is prepared. So balance sheet as on the date of opening is given to you. As the date of closing of the previous firm, opening of the new company is given to you. This is very easy because when balance sheet is given to you, we can easily do our efforts. We can just go for the passing journal entries and making some simple calculations, which is normally easy for us to understand. Balance sheet as at 31st of very easy, really very easy. Just try to understand this. Balance sheet as on 31st December 2011 is given to you. In this capital account, current account, both are given to you. As we know, when current account is given to you, all adjustments are to be made in current account, and finally the balance is transferred to capital account. Another good thing is there is a Dena Bank account. This is a practical touch given to you given in this question. Some bank names are given to you: Axis Bank, Dena Bank. So this is good thing for you because you can understand that you have a practical touch. We should have to do the practical in a proper way also. So then long-term liabilities are given to you. Yes, long-term liabilities are given to you. So these are the items given to you. The term of conversion is given to you. What is the term of conversion? Take over the assets and liabilities at the given values. Values are given to you. So at these values, these are taken over. Yeah. So closing balance in Axis Limited is to be transferred to Dena Bank. This is an important point. There are two banks in this question. He says we have to transfer the balance of one bank to the other bank. The Axis Bank is to be closed and Dena Bank will be continued before all the other dissolution entries are effected. It means first of all, you have to close your Axis Bank account and transfer it to Dena Bank so that all transactions must be through Dena Bank only. So one of the motor vehicle is taken over by our Lalji. All other liabilities are also paid from the Dena Bank. So that's very simple. We have transferred all things into a Dena Bank. The PC is to be discharged by an issue of shares. So the major difference which comes to us in this case when the conversion to a company is there, that is what? Issue of shares. Because whenever there's a conversion to company, shares will comes into the picture. So share is simple, 60,000 shares, 60,000 shares and debentures, such type of things comes into the picture. So in this case, issue at par of 60,000, 10% debentures fully paid to the partners in their capital account proportion as shown in the above balance sheet, plus they will get equity shares of rupees 1 each, fully paid to make up the balance due to each partner. So he says if 1 lakh is to be paid to the partners, then we have to issue 60 debentures worth rupees 60,000 and balance rupees 40,000 will be given by way of shares. If 1 lakh is the total amount due to the partners, he says for the value of 60,000, we will give them the debenture, and for the balance amount, we will give them the shares. That's it. So he has demanded from your side to prepare realization account, partners capital account, and bank account. So that's really very simple and easy to understand. Now, see that is given to you, realization account. You may also prepare it yourself. If you are interested, I may prepare it for you also. Very simple to do that. Let's do it so that you can understand it in a better way. In realization account, what we are doing, we are transferring all our assets and liabilities. So do that. Let's do it. Realization account. Let's prepare it. Particulars amount, particulars amount. Realization account in the books of Hari Brothers. Illustration number 5 we are doing. Those who are doing with me, just send yes, we are doing it. Send yes to me so that I can understand how many students are doing it with me, or just they are interested to see that how sir is doing it, because obviously it is already given in your module also. So number of students are not doing it according to my assumption. So I would like to see how many are doing with me on their copies. Send me yes, those who are doing it in the comment book, in the query session. Send query system. Send me the yes that we are doing it. So realization account is to be prepared. Very simple. Transfer your assets and liabilities to it. So land and building is there. This will be transferred at a normal value as we have done earlier also. Do it fast with me. All have the question with them now. I'm not showing the question too much, assuming that that is given to you. Or those doesn't have available this question. See from here, I have transferred building, plant and machinery, motor vehicle, inventories, debtor. Then I have transferred. This is not required to be transferred. Bank account already discussed. Cash and bank is not transferred in this case while preparing a realization account. Then partner's loan is there, that is also not transferred. This already discussed while doing dissolution. Creditors are to be transferred, that we have done. Then what we are doing, if any asset is taken over by anyone, that will be done. So here Lal has taken over motor vehicle at an agreed value of 2000. So by Lal's capital account or current account, whatever you are interested to write, because here dissolution is there, so we will close the current account by directly transferring it to capital account. So by Lal's capital account. Very good, very good. Number of students are doing. Good to see. Good to see. All has not sent yes yet, because when I will identify later that how many students are doing, then obviously number of students are doing. They have not mentioned yes to me. So send yes. कम से कम ये तो पता लगे बेटा कौन से बच्चे हमारे साथ करते हैं. तो लिमिटेड आई है अभी भी, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आए. तो जो लोग नहीं कर रहे उनको करना चाहिए. They must have to do it. By Lal's capital account, we were there. Then he says all other liabilities were paid from the Dena Bank account. Before that, he has mentioned the term of conversion are that Hari Limited is to take over. See, here it is. I would like to show that so that it should be easy to understand. Yeah, term of conversion are that is to take over the assets and liabilities. The value at which assets and liabilities are taken over, that is given to you. So with this, you can easily find out the purchase consideration or the amount you will receive in total from the Hari Limited. So for that, you should have to calculate the PC, purchase consideration. In this case, purchase consideration is a new word, but it is just simple net of the amount received from the purchaser. And that amount may be received in cash or kind, means in any way. So there is no problem. So calculation of PC. You may do it here, or you may also see from this. See from this also. We can calculate it here also. It's very simple. Assets minus liabilities, the value at which assets and liabilities are taken over. Okay. So they have taken over all our assets or few of the assets. They took over the assets and liabilities of Hari Brothers as follow. They have mentioned it. The closing balance in Axis Limited, Axis account is to be transferred to Dena Bank before all the other dissolution are effected in the partnership ledger. So get the amount, net of the amount to be paid to the, 96,000 plus 28,000 plus 15,000 plus 60,000, 24,000 plus 10,000 minus 25,000. $96 plus 28 plus 15 plus 60 plus 24 plus 10 minus 10,000. Now the business is taken over in full. So one thing is not mentioned here. This has not been mentioned that at which value bank is taken over. Because there is one more liability, that is bank overdraft. It is given on the liability side. See your liability. Yes, it is Dena Bank, 20,000 rupees. Now, whether Dena Bank will be taken as it is, it's an overdraft. This is not the right amount. We have to calculate the balance. So to calculate the balance, you should have to do some efforts. What is the balance of your Dena Bank that you have to calculate? Dena Bank account. Dena Bank account. Prepare this also. It will help you to solve the question. Because the balance of Dena Bank must be available with you correctly. So he says the balance is given to you by a balance brought down 20,000. Dena Bank balance is given to you 20,000. Now Axis Bank balance is also given to you. He says that balance has been transferred to the Dena Bank. When Axis Bank balance will be transferred to Dena Bank, but will be the general entry. Dena Bank is the receiver. So Dena Bank account debit to Axis Bank 5,000 rupees. So this will be the entry which will be passed in this case. So in Dena Bank, what we will do to Axis Bank? Just contra entry will be there, or you can say amount has been transferred by closing the account. Then he says there are just see the question which entry will be passed in this case. Let's see it. Yes, all liabilities are transferred, all assets are transferred except cash, capital and current account is never transferred in this way. That is transferred after making all adjustments. Loan is also not transferred. Loan of Hari Limited and Gopal Limited are given to you. Hari and Gopal Limited are given to you. So whether loan will also be transferred, that is not mentioned, but loan will have to be transferred finally, because this is to be either paid off or to be transferred. Is that something mentioned in the question regarding the loans? Yes. See here. He says the closing balance of Axis Bank is transferred to Dena Bank before all the other dissolution entries are effected in the partnership ledgers. Lal took over one of the motor vehicle at an agreed amount of rupees 2,000. That means for this motor vehicle is not taken by the taken off full by the purchasing company, because purchasing company mentioned that they have also taken over our motor vehicle C. They says motor vehicle is taken over by them. Now how Lal and purchasing company both has taken over. Basically, there are number of motor vehicles available with us that we may assume one motor vehicle is taken by Lal and remaining is to be taken by the company. So that we have to assume in this case. Now talking about the remaining, he says all other liabilities were paid from the Dena Bank. What means for all other liabilities were paid from the Dena Bank? That means for the company has paid only the company has paid only the which one? Only the creditors, because that has been specifically mentioned that creditors are taken over by them for rupees 25,000. It means for loan of Hari Limited is practically not transferred, as we know, that is to be transferred to capital account. There's no worry. But one another loan is there, that is the loan of Gopal Limited. Who is Gopal Limited? Gopi Limited, sorry. Who is this Gopi Limited? Is that something mentioned in the question that this is a person related to us? No, it is not our person in any case. You may see the question. So this is outsider liability to be paid from the bank. So you have to pay it. Yes. By loan Gopi Limited. 7,000 rupees. That is paid off. Also, one more thing is there, partner's loan will be paid off, because he says all other liabilities are paid off. You may pay off the partner's loan also. There's no problem, because partner is also to be paid off first whenever the amount is available with us, because all unsecured creditors are paid off. Now, whatever is left with us, that will be utilized for making payment to the partners first, partner's loan account first. So, loan of partner, that is Hari. So, this is also 3,000 rupees. This will be paid off. So what is the balance? What is the balance with us? that is 25,000. So where this 25,000 will go? He says business is taken over in full. So it means for whatever is left with us, either it will go to the partners or it will be transferred to the new firm. So what we have to assume? We have to assume that the bank balance is also transferred to the new firm in case of conversion. In case of conversion, if nothing is mentioned, because in case of conversion, the existing firm and the new company both belongs to us. So whatever is left with us, that we will transfer to our new company so that the company can run smoothly. So this is a normal behavior of a firm. So this is transferred to realization account. Otherwise, also one thing you should have to note. Just a moment. I would like to show you. Yes. Whatever assets and liabilities are there in our books of account, that will be transferred to realization account. So this balance will also be transferred to realization account. This is overdraft balance by bank overdraft, you may say. This is 25. This is also a liability. Obviously, this is not our asset. So this is to be transferred, because whatever the assets and liabilities are left at the end, that must be transferred to the new company. Otherwise, there is a problem. So it's a very simple and easy to understand question. To profit or loss, whatever it is, or by profit or loss, whatever it is, that will be transferred to realization account. Now that will be transferred to partners capital account in their profit sharing ratio. So this is a so there are three partners: Hari, Jay, Lal, and Jay. Sorry, Hari, Jay, and Lal, Jay. So amount is rupees 50,000. That will be divided into the ratio of 20,000, 20,000, and 10,000. So next is we have to prepare partners capital account. That is again very easy to understand. So three partners are there. Which one? Hari, Lal, Jay. Amount will be transferred accordingly. First of all, opening balance is given to you. Balance brought down. Very simple. Just see the question and do it. It's very simple and easy to understand. Yeah. See here. Capital account balances are given to you 70, 30, 20. Transfer it. $70, 30, 20. Then current account balances are given to you 753. That will be transferred by closing it. 7,000, 5,000, and 3,000. Yes. Partners current account 7, 5, 3. Anything else relating to partners? Loan is already paid off, so it is not to be transferred. Here nothing is there. Yes, one thing is there. In our realization account, we know that Lal has taken over our motor vehicle. So to realization account, 2000 rupees Lal, then profit on realization to realization account 20 So this is transferred, this is transferred. Now what is to be transferred? Is there any goodwill treatment in the question? See, something is mentioned about the goodwill also. Yes. He says goodwill worth rupees 10,000 are there. Now, whether it will be transferred or not, he says goodwill worth rupees 10,000 is there. But in case of a realization method, there is no need of transferring goodwill separately. Reason being, it's very simple to understand that goodwill or any unrecorded asset or liability effect is automatically in realization account, because realization account do one thing very important to understand. What we have to do, what we are doing in realization account, we are assuming there is no asset available with us, there is no liability available with us. How we are transferring all our assets and liabilities available with us in realization account? By writing them off. So we have written off our assets and liabilities. You may see realization account is debited and all assets are credited. So assets are already written off. All liabilities are written off. Instead, what we are doing, whatever we got, that we are treating as our income. Like 2000 rupees we received from Lal. So realization account is created. In the same way, whatever amount we will receive from the by Hari Limited, that I have not mentioned, 1,83,000, which we have calculated. Realization account is to be credited with the amount received from the purchaser. So that is done. Whatever payments are made, that we have to do. Whatever receipts are done, that we have to do. Nothing else is there. And it is very simple to understand and easy to do it. Sir, purchase consideration is not transferred to realization. Now transfer. 258,000, 208,000. Good, very good. Students are doing it very good. You have to increase your speed, nothing else. Why business purchase account is debited to Dena bank account? Why business purchase account is debited to Dena bank account? In Dena bank account, where it is? Dena bank account. Beta, where you have seen, it is not mentioned anywhere. Khushi, please check where business purchase account is debited to Dena bank account. Okay, in the books of Hari Limited, I have not yet given you the explanation of entries in the books of purchasing company. So just wait. I'm just discussing about the vendor company. So let's understand first the vendor company. It's okay. Now, whatever is the receipt we will get from the vendor company against this 1,83,000 that we have to do now. Against this 1,83,000, what we will get? We have to get 1,83,000 in total. He says we will get debentures. How much debentures? Worth rupees 60,000. That has been mentioned to you. He says purchase consideration is discharged by an issue of 60,000 10% debentures to the partner in their capital ratio account, in their capital account proportion, as shown in the above balance sheet, plus equity shares in Hari Limited of rupees 1 each to make up the balance due to each partner. Balance due to each partner. So that will be in a very easy and simple manner. You may do it like this also. Like this also. First of all, transfer debentures. He says debenture will be distributed in which ratio? In 7:3:2. 7:3:2. The ratio of this one, capital. He has already mentioned that whatever the ratio in above balance sheet, in that ratio, debentures will be issued. So debentures worth rupees 60,000 are issued. It will be 35,000, 15,000 and 10,000. Don't see the solution beta in your module. Instead, do it. Those Khushi, you should have to do this question. If you are doing it with me, you are not asking this query, because those who are busy in solving the question are not going to check whatever is mentioned in the module. They are normally doing it with me. So Khushi, you should have to do it beta. It meant so you are not doing it. If you are not doing it, how you will get it? In examination, only those persons will solve the question who have done it by their own hand, who have done more and more practice. Those who have read the questions can't solve it. Reading is not required for increasing your for solving the question. To solve the question, you should have to solve it practically by your own hands. So whatever is the balance, he says, you may get it like this also. Whatever is the balance, that will be equity shares given to them. 2 equity shares. So this is a balancing figure also. You may get it. It is minus 35,000. So it is 62,000. It is 38,000 and 23,000. 38,000 and 23,000. So it is calculated very easily. So partner's capital account is settled, realization account is closed. That's it. So there is no need of doing anything else. The work has been closed in purchasing, in seller company books, vendor company books. Is that clear? Having any doubt up to this, please ask. Sir, realization account balance is different. Sir, purchase consideration is not okay. But now it's okay now. Now, while talking about the purchasing company that is in the books of purchasing company, how to do that in the books of Hari Limited? This is also a format for you for doing questions. That is purchasing company. In purchasing company, what we have to do is we have to pass just a simple entries. We have to pass simple entries. First entry is, I would like to let you understand from the entries because that will be easy to understand. Whenever we are purchasing assets, what we have to do? We have to debit assets. So assets account debit. 2, whenever we are taking over liabilities of anyone, 2 liabilities. And simultaneously, if we have to make some payment to someone, if we make payment to someone, that will be our business purchase account. Because whatever we have to make payment to him, that will be transferred to business purchase account. Or you may do it like this also. And this will be a taken over price. Taken over price. Liabilities are taken over price. This should be purchase consideration, PC. Simple entry is there. Now, one thing is very important. If there is a difference between these two, then the difference will go to capital reserve. If profit as balancing figure. And in case there is a loss, that will be transferred to goodwill as balancing figure. If he says goodwill is not to be brought in the books of accounts, even then you will have to do it, and then we will write it off in the next entry. My assumption is this entry is clear to you. Now, second entry, business purchase account debit. 2, liquidator. Here you may not write liquidator because that will be not a good word in case of Sale to a company, we will use the word liquidator. To vendor company, vendor firm, whatever the name of the vendor firm, that will be mentioned here. So that is done. This is to make the PC due. In this way we have made the PC due. So this will be the with the amount of PC, purchase consideration. Then there are some other transactions also, like some debtors and creditors are interlinked with each other. Then you can pass an entry creditor account debit to debtor account if there are some interlinking account, intercompany account, like that. Otherwise you will have to pass a simple entry, vendor firm debit, to whatever you have paid to them, to debentures, oblique shares. Shares we are not writing, we are writing equity share capital as we know it very well. I'm just making it for your understanding, because we are issuing shares to equity shares, to preference shares. Whatever you are interested to write, you may write. Whatever you are paying, cash, bank, whatever you are paying to them against PC. So this is a settlement of PC. So in the given case, how these entries will be passed, you should have to understand this. First entry is very simple. All the assets will be debited. Land and building account debit, plant and machinery debit. Values are given to you, taken over value. Motor vehicle debit, inventory debit, debtor debit, goodwill debit. Two, in this case, no balance sheet figure will come because already goodwill has been mentioned, and also PC is calculated taking the base of those amounts, which whatever is the settlement amount, whatever is the taken over price. Two, creditors that has been taken over. Two, Dena Bank overdraft taken over. Two, business purchase. We may write directly here Hari Limited as they have done in the solution in module. There's no problem. Then these two entry will be adjusted with each other. In that case, business purchase will not be there. But in number of cases, it will use word business purchase. In number of cases, it will use word directly as a vendor. So it is up to your choice. I'm normally doing by this method. It is a good method. It will better give you the understanding in a logical manner. So 28th on 15, 60, 24, 15, 60, 24th on 10th on 25th on 25th on 1,83,000. So it will tell you automatically. Next entry is business purchase debit to Hari Brothers, 1,83,000. So what is the return? What is written in capital reserve bracket? Okay, capital reserve profit means if we have made payment of less, whatever we have to pay, we have paid less. मीन्स अगर हम लोगों ने पे करना है मान लो 10 लाख रुपया एसेट्स के हिसाब से, हमने एसेट टेक ओवर किया 10 लाख के, लाइबिलिटीज हमने 2 लाख की टेक ओवर करी। जैसे एसेट आपके 10 लाख की है मान लो, और लाइबिलिटीज आपकी हैं 2 लाख की, तो आपको उनको 8 लाख पे करना चाहिए, बट आपने पे किया 6 लाख, तो 2 लाख का आपको जो प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली बैलेंस शीट फिगर के रूप में कैपिटल रिजर्व के नाम पे आपने डाल देना है, प्रॉफिट एज बैलेंस शीट फिगर। और अगर आपने 10 माइनस 2 8 लाख पे करना था, बट आपने पे किया है 9 लाख रुपीज, आपने 1 लाख रुपीज ज्यादा पे कर दिया है, सो दैट विल बी डेबिटेड टू गुडविल अकाउंट as a balance sheet figure. This is the concept. In this question it will not happen because in this question already we are making payment. हम लोग क्या पे कर रहे हैं, जो पेमेंट हमें करनी चाहिए. So let's understand this concept. Basically whenever we are making excess payment, then that will be transferred to capital goodwill. Whenever we are making less payment, then that will be transferred to capital reserve. Means any profit or loss will be transferred to capital account. 1,83,000. Okay beta, no problem. I'll explain you 1,83,000. This 1,83,000 is very easy and understandable. Just see it sincerely. I would like to explain you in our No. Yeah, see the question. 1,83,000 you are interested to see, then see the question. Here the value at which assets and liabilities are taken over is given to you. So total value of assets is equal to 2,23,000. 2,33,000, sorry. No. 2 lakh. Okay. 33,000. Minus total value of liabilities taken over. So liabilities, one is creditor, which is taken over 4 rupees 25,000. Second, we have taken over bank overdraft of Dena Bank. For that, you should have to go to Dena Bank account, which I have prepared for you. In that, Dena Bank's balance is 25,000, which has been taken over. So total. Any doubt to anyone, beta? Anyone? I would like to explain each and everything, whatever is not clear to you. So this is called purchase consideration. Copy it. Note कर लो बेटा, सारे लोग note कर लो. Please note everyone. Solving the question of partnership normally take 20 to 30 minutes in the exam minimum, because it normally comes for 16 to 20 marks. It doesn't come for 5 or 10 marks. So if 20 marks question is there, you should have to understand that how much time is available or how much time we can devote on it. Normally we have 1.6 minutes for every 1 mark. So if 20 marks question is there, you can easily give 32 minutes to each. After then, we may take a margin of 1 or 2 minutes or 4 minutes also if it takes more than that also. So there is no worry. The issue is this: if anything is left, then this will be completely wrong. You will not get any mark. In all questions, this always happens. So you have to do it very seriously and sincerely. So don't go for the speed, go for the logical thing, and then go for the speed. Anyone now understand, sir? Thank you. Very good, very good. So according to my assumption, everything is clear. Last entry is left that I would like to show you. Last entry is Hari Limited, Hari Brothers, sorry. Hari Brothers, debit. 2. Whatever is given to them, what we have given? We have given them 10% debentures. Write in this manner. Don't write debentures. This is very wrong. Always write 10% debentures, because we are issuing the debenture. We are issuing company. 2. Equity share capital. We are issuing shares. So it may be at premium also. In this case, there's no premium at all. So these are 1,23,000. How we will get it? You will have to add whatever you have given to the partners. So we have given to the partners 62,000 to Hari, 38,000 to Lal, and 23,000 to Jay. This is in partners capital account. You have get it 62 plus 38 plus 23. How come bank overdraft and creditors will come, sir? Beta, creditors are already given in the balance sheet, which has been taken over. Bank overdraft we have been given in balance sheet, but this is worth rupees 20,000. He says bank will be used, Dena Bank will be used to make payment of the liabilities. So whatever the liabilities are there, one is the partner's loan account, second is the Gopi's loan that is to be paid off. He says Axis bank balance is to be transferred to it. That we have done. That this is the bank account which we have prepared. In this buy balance brought down 20,000 to Axis Bank, whatever Axis Bank balance is there that has been received to us. Then whatever the liabilities are there which are not taken over are to be paid off. So which liability is not taken over? Obviously they have not mentioned anywhere that Gopi Limited liability is taken over. That has not been mentioned, so that we have to pay. Then another loan is there, that is partners loan. Obviously when payment is available with us, we should have to make payment of the partners loan after making payment of all outsider liabilities. This is a rule. Before making payment of outsider liabilities, we are not able to make the payment of our partner. So in this case, partners loan, that is Hari loans, will be preferred while making payment to other partners. So due to that reason, 3,000 will be there, that is paid off. And balancing figure, that is 25,000, will be taken over by the firm. So there is any step mark in exam? Sir, there is only creditor been taken over. No, beta, this is all up to our choice. If you are not interested to transfer this, then we can change the concept. We can make an assumption. Yes, you can make an assumption, Sharon. In this case, they have not mentioned whether bank overdraft is taken over or not. Normally, in case of conversion, we are transferring this also, because earlier it was our firm, now it is our company. So whatever liabilities are there, that will be transferred. How bank overdraft will be paid off? Bank overdraft, bank will not take shares from you. That must be paid off by the, taken over by the new firm or the new company, whatever it is, because that liability can't be paid off in either way. That is a bank overdraft. That is not a asset with us, that is a liability with us. So that liability has been increased by doing all that. So due to that reason, that has been transferred, because that is also our own company. Or if you will not transfer it, then obviously this will be paid by the creditors. This will be paid by the partners. Then partners will bring cash to make payment to them. You may take an assumption that bank overdraft is not taken over by the Hari Limited, as it is not mentioned in the question. So we are assuming that partners will have to make payment of this, and partners will pay it. Then partners will bring cash in their whatever proportion. We have to go for big assumptions in that case, and that is not feasible in this question, because we are making it tough for that. In that case, we will make it tough for us. So that is not required. It is more easy in this case. Sir, there is any step mark in exam? Yes, beta, there is a step marking. There is no problem. But steps must be correct, na? Is that clear, beta? Now, the last thing is balance sheet, which is to be prepared in the books of the purchasing company. That you can easily prepare from here. If you are interested to prepare balance sheet, in this case, it is not demanded. But if it is demanded, it can be easily prepared from here. Because in balance sheet, what we will do? You may see that we have assets with us, we have liabilities with us, and we have capital with us. So whatever the value of assets at which they have been taken over, enter it here. Whatever the value of liabilities at which these are taken over, enter it here. Whatever the debentures are issued, that you will have to write here. And whatever the capital is there, that you have to write. And that it should be done in the new performa, that is the performa of the company. In proper performa, you have to use and do that. Okay, Sharon, thank you. Very good, beta. Thanksgiving is always beneficial, because in that case, the other person comes to know that you have understood this thing. So have a break, and then after the break, we will go for the next thing. Sir, could we have a break? Mute kar do. Yeah, welcome back all after the break. So this question is clear to everyone, beta? Sir, it is also written that all other liability is to be paid by Dena Bank and Dena Bank is to be transferred to Hari Brothers, therefore bank OD. ओके गुड गुड वेरी गुड सर हरी लोन को हरी करंट अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं हरी लोन को हरी करंट अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं करंट अकाउंट इज आल्सो ट्रांसफर टू बेटा कैपिटल अकाउंट सो हरी लोन कैन बी ट्रांसफर टू capital account directly there is no problem in that case pc will be different but there way in that case you have to take many assumptions and those assumptions will be difficult to solve right? There sir where mentioned Dena Bank OD 25 on that we have Sushil Kumar that I have calculated for you na beta by preparing bank account already I have shown you the bank account beta bank account में ही bank OD आती है ना when the bank has a debit balance then it is a balance if it have a credit balance it is OD then it is called overdraft so in this case when we have prepared bank account in this case you may see that when we have prepared bank account but this one the bank was the bank account that I have prepared for you so this is the OD because here the balance comes credit this is a credit balance 25 one is the credit balance so it is OD is that clear Sushil we are mentioned in illustration number 5 Dena Bank OD 25 now Sushil it's clear na? Now beta I have to go for illustration number 4 for you see illustration number 4 also tell me one thing beta all of you have done the questions which I have given to you have you any query on those questions tell me beta have you done all of you have done the questions which I have given to you I have done many extra questions to you for dissolution so that you can do more and more practice have you done those questions or not send me the answer for that also see illustration number 4 very good illustration it will be somehow lengthy and technical but having very logical things illustration number 4 so this is the illustration given to you illustration number 4 balance sheet of Messrs A and B as on 31st of March 2015 is given to you so this is a balance sheet of A and B and the date you have to keep it into your mind it is 31st of March 2015 that you have to note it down in lengthy questions always it is better you will read the first and second line of the question and then last lines of the question because when the question is lengthy you are unable to understand why you are reading such a lengthy question and at the end of the question you are trying to understand that why we have studied it so it is better if you will know it in the beginning that why you are studying this question then you will note the points you can understand the question in a better manner it will help you in solving the question also so I am always preferring while I was studying I am also doing this concept prepare the statement of profit or loss for the year ended 31st March and the balance sheet of the company so he is just interested from your side to prepare accounts final accounts of company only so why he is saying about a company there may be such chance that this is a conversion of a partnership form into a company otherwise it may be just a final account which is to be prepared and that is not our part of syllabus you know it better so this type of question only then comes to us when there is a conversion of a partnership form into a company so read the question with that vision now no beta it is not last lecture of partnership account yet we have one more lecture You give answer of those questions? No, beta, I will not give you answer of those questions. Instead, you may ask queries from those questions that I may help you. Memon has solved these questions. Very good, beta. You should have a faith on yourself that these are right. Not more than that I can do for them, because I have created the questions. I have not yet arranged answers for that. Maybe I'll check if just wait. Just wait. After this solving this question, I will check my question. If I have the answer, I will give it to you. No matters. Following is the balance sheet. Now balance sheet of A and B is given to you. This is a partnership form. It is clear from here. In this, A's capital account is there, B's capital account is there, A's loan account is there, reserve is there. We know it very well. Loan account will go to capital account to close it. General reserve is to be allocated to the partners. Building, stock, debtors, investment. This is a new thing with us, that is 6% debentures in X Limited. What it is, this is simply beta an investment made by us. It may be in X Limited, Y Limited, anyone. It may be in Reliance, it may be in Tata. So there's no worry. Cash is there, that is normally allocated, as we know. B's capital is 21,500, being one half of the total capital of firm. He says B's capital. This is maybe relating to some other question. So this point is not relating to this question. Okay. It was agreed that Mr. C is to be admitted. Now, one thing is known to us, that all things have been happened on different dates. So try to understand this, that balance sheet is given on 31st of March 2015, and on the very next day, we can assume that balances of the same date are with us. C is admitted. So this is just a simple admission. For admission, he will have to contribute cash toward goodwill and 10th on toward capital. How much goodwill he will pay? That is 10th on. How much capital he will pay? He will contribute cash toward goodwill and 10th on toward capital. That means for goodwill contribution is not given to you. Capital contribution is given to you. So you have to find out this also. You have to find out this also, that how much amount is contributed by him for goodwill. Then following further information, A and B shares the profit in the ratio of 3:2. Good. Mr. A was receiving a salary of 500 from the very inception, from the starting, when the business was started. Further, new profit sharing ratio after admission will be 3:1:1. And A will not get any salary when C is admitted. So there is an amendment, new amendment is there after admission of C. So you should have to review your admission now, because this is the point which has come into the admission. So admission is very easy. We know it very well. When C is admitted, entry is very simple. Cash account debit to capital account to C's capital account. Cash account debit to C's capital account, whatever amount he will brought. Then if he has to pay something for goodwill, then cash account debit to C's capital account also, because goodwill also entered in that way also. Or we may debit it through that. Then he says goodwill of the firm should be determined on the basis of 2 years purchase of the average profit of the 5 years. Very simple, as we all remember that. It is a simple concept. Maybe you remember that. You have to do accordingly. In this, some technical things are given. He says above profits are after charging the salary of Mr. A. So as salary is not to be paid in future, so always we are taking that profit for calculation of goodwill, which is a normal profit, the profit which is to be continued. So this profit is not to be continued, because this includes adjustment of salary of A. So that is to be reversed now. We have to reverse the salary paid to A. The profit for the year ending is rupees 30,000. He says the profit of the year ended 31st March 2011 includes an extraneous profit. Extraneous means for extraordinary profit. Means the profit which is not a normal profit, which is not a routine profit. Year ended is not given to you, maybe, you know. Just a moment. There is some error in the question also because full information is not given to you in the question. So it starts from 2011. From solution, we find it 2011, 2012. This is 2013. By chance, this is a information missed in the question. So he says it includes a profit of rupees 30,000, 2011, which is extraordinary profit. So that is to be deducted. Then he says a loss for the year ended 31st March 2002 was on account of loss of by strike to the extent of rupees 20,000. So that is to be added because this is also extraordinary loss of rupees 20,000. So that is to be added. This is already in minus. You will have to done it. Then one thing more is there. He says C will not be entitled to get a salary. How much salary C is getting? C is getting a salary of rupees 500 per month. That is 6,000 rupees per annum. So that is also to be added back because that salary will not be paid in future. Then he says we have to take operating profits only. In this case, one thing more is given to you. That is, debentures are given to you in the question. There is an investment of 20,000 with us. That is 6% debentures in X Limited. So this is also a profit which is included here. See, yeah. So this is also a profit which is given to you. This is called non-operating income. This is called non-operating income because we have to take only the operating profit, business profits. So if we are getting 6% interest on debentures of rupees 20,000, then it means for we are earning 6% on rupees 20,000 of debentures. That is 1,200 rupees per annum we are earning, which we will not expect our operating profit because this is a non-operating profit, which is not our routine profit, which is not a business profit, and we have to take only the 2 years purchase of the average profit from business. So that is to be deducted minus 1,200 from every year. See the solution that is given to you. Maybe he has done all these things. And finally, whatever the amount is, accordingly, you will calculate the goodwill and do the question. Is that clear? Last 5-year profit. Exactly, beta, last 5 years. Okay, last 5 years went for that 2015, 2014, 13, 12, and 11. Yes, good. Clear up to this? Then agreed that the value of the goodwill of the firm should appear in the books of firm. So entry will be goodwill account debit to partners capital account as normal we are done making. Trading profit for the year ended 31st March was 40,000 before depreciation. So this is the profit after 1 year. After 1 year from the date when this C is admitted into our firm. So C is admitted on 1st of April. This is profit after 1 year. Drawings are also given to you. Value of other assets and liabilities on 31st of March is given to you. They applied for conversion of the firm and certificate received on 1st of April 2016. So conversion is planned now on 1st of April. Decided to convert capital into share capital in the ratio of 3:1:1. So that has been made clear to him on the basis of total capital as on 31st of March 2016. If necessary, partners have to subscribe fresh capital or to withdraw. So that all that is given to you. Now what do you have to do? Simply you have to make transactions for admission of a new partner first, because first of all a new partner has been admitted into the current year, and then we have to prepare partners capital account to calculate the closing balances over partners, so that we can find that how much amount is paid to the partners. So for that purpose they have prepared for you, see in the working notes, because that has not been demanded in the question directly. Yeah, this you have done. Okay, maybe you understood this. Then partners capital account, very simple to understand here. Buy balance brought down, that has been given to you. Yes, buy balance brought down, that has been given to you. General reserve is given to you in the balance sheet, that is to be allocated. Goodwill is to be raised. So goodwill is raised. Then what will be the entry? Goodwill account debit to partners capital account. And accordingly, you will get amount from the incoming partner. Incoming partner, that is C. C have to bring 7920 for goodwill and 10,000 for capital. So total amount he will pay 17,920 that he brought. Is that clear, beta? See, is that clear now? Now drawings are given to you, already given to you, that here it is mentioned. Drawings of rupees 1,000 per month is there, that is 12,000 rupees per annum. So drawings are entered accordingly. Then whatever the profit of the current year, that will be allocated. How much is the profit for the current year, that you have to calculate. This has been done for the purpose of calculating the partner's balance as on the last date, because accordingly shares will be issued by the new firm. Accordingly PC will be calculated. We know that you should have to refer your queries. C is admitted only in 2015. So why adding back salary from 2011? Beta, you should have to review your partnership chapter of 10+2. Otherwise, you will have to suffer in this chapter. Beta, you have not done that properly. This meant for. So we know that, remember this, whenever a partner is admitted, that is not an issue. Whenever goodwill is to be calculated, this is relating to goodwill. We are not adding back the salary of C in our partner's capital account. We are doing it just for the purpose of calculating of goodwill, because while calculating goodwill, we have to take future profits. Whatever profits we will earn in future operating profits, future trading profits. So for calculating future trading profit, normal profits, there must be future profits, that must be trading profit, that must be normal profit. You may do one thing. If you have any doubts in partnership, I may help you in the next lecture. Any person having any doubt in partnership of 10+1 or +2 or 10+2, they may ask me the queries in the next lecture. But before that, you should have to review your partnership first. I may help you if it will be possible. I may take in the lecture, or I will give you extra time somewhere else also. But you should have to do it, beta. If you will not do it, you will have to suffer. All of the students you have to do +2 partnership. It is required in this chapter. So this is the reason why consider debenture interest as how we come to know that we are having debenture since 5 years. Beta, this is just an assumption. We can't confirm it. It is just an assumption. We have assumed that the debentures are with us since 5 years. So that has been assumed only, beta. Because if nothing is mentioned, then assumption belongs to us. Right? Sir, why we have taken into consideration the interest on debenture, how we will come to know that we have debenture since 5 years, that I have mentioned. It's not salary of C, it is of A. Okay. It is not salary of C, it is of A. But jiski bhi hai, that will be added back. There's no problem. That you will have to see in the question, but whomsoever it is mentioned, we have to add back for it. Okay, beta. So this profit is to be calculated now. This profit is not given to us. For that, we have to prepare profit or loss account for the current year, or we have to make adjustment for that. Balance sheet. Yes, see the profit given to you. Yeah, yeah. Trading profit is given to you for the year ended 40,000. So this is a trading profit. Whatever business we have done, accordingly we have earned it. 40,000 rupees is the trading profit. Get the profit after making all adjustments. Fast, do it. You have to. This is trading profit for the unit 40,000 before depreciation. So whatever is the depreciation that you have to deduct, how much is the value of building? Let us see how much is the value of building. Building worth rupees 50,000 is there, and we have to charge depreciation of 5% on it. Okay, the value of other assets and liabilities as on 31st of March is given to you. It is as under building 60,000. So depreciation is not charged on it. So 40,000 is your. This is 40,000 before depreciation. Deduct depreciation from it. Just a moment, beta. Yeah. On eighth point, it is given to you. Provide depreciation at 5% on building and interest at 6% on A's loan. That you have to do only. How much is the A's loan in this case? This is 40,000 is the profit given to you minus depreciation, that is 3,000 minus this is interest on A's loan minus interest on A's loan beta. How much is the A's loan in this case? Check it out. Loan from A is given to you in the balance sheet. Yes, it is 10,000. So 10,000 into 6%. It is beta 600. Now this is all about trading, but actual profit must include interest on debenture also, which has been received to us on our investment. Interest on debenture, that is 6% on 20,000. So this will be added. So get the profit. So it will be 37,600 beta. Here we have to take normal profit. This is for allocation. For allocation, we have to add income. We have to deduct expenses. There's no problem. We have to take all normal, abnormal, whatever it is, everything will be taken. Just for calculation of goodwill, we have to take future profit, operating profit, and normal profits. So 37,600 will be allocated. Note it down. I am direct entry student from science background, so difficult to understand all about partnership. Beta, for that, you should have to do it from somewhere because partnership is not a one-page chapter. It is you will have change in profit sharing ratio. You have admission to a partner, admission of a partner, retirement of a partner, death of a partner. It is about a 15 to 20 days program, or even more than that. Arpita, you should have to do it. You have to take some classes from a person who is giving coaching of 10 plus 2 classes. It is better. Or CA foundation partnership classes. Hai na? Because you have to do the complete partnership chapter before doing this chapter. That will be beneficial for you. This is my sincere advice. So expecting everyone has done it. I'm erasing it. Is that clear now? Until everything is clear? So see, we have done each and everything, whatever is important in this topic, in this particular topic, because partner's capital account is prepared properly. Whatever is the balance, that will be 80,320, 65, that will come accordingly. Now this will be paid to them. This will be paid to the, for that purpose, now we have to prepare balance sheet. Balance sheet is very simple and easy to prepare in this case, as we know the goodwill. We have the value of goodwill with us. Because for transfer, we need good balance sheet of our existing firm also. So 39,600 is that. Land and building minus depreciation investment value is given to you. Stock in trade 40,000, that is given to you. A's, B's and C's capital account balance will be taken from partners capital account. A's loan is given to you 10,000. 600 is not yet paid, so it has been added in that. It is just due, it is not paid. So this is the cash. How much cash is there? For that you have to prepare working note to know the cash. Now for this purpose, you should have the understanding of cash flow statement to you, because now cash flow statement come into the existence. Because I already mentioned you, this is CA intergroup 2. This is not foundation where you can say that previous basics are not required. This is CA intergroup 2. You should have the basics of foundation, inter 1, everyone. Plus 1, plus 2, every base is required in this case. Because questions are framed accordingly by the ICI. Now see the how to calculate the closing balance. Very simple and easy to calculate if you remember your cash flow statement concept. In cash flow statement concept, what has been mentioned to you, that whenever I would like to explain it also so that you can review it. You are also doing financial management. In that you have done it. How to calculate how to prepare the cash flow statement. In cash flow statement, what we are doing, whatever the profit is there, we are adding increase in liabilities oblique decrease in assets, deducting decrease in liabilities, decrease in assets and increase in liabilities. Adding sale of fixed assets. These are all about current assets, sorry, current liabilities. These are current assets. Sale of fixed assets any other income, cash income even, not added, not added in profit. Any other income. Add back depreciation, less purchase of fixed assets, add back arrangement of funds, means issue of shares, that is that is this is lengthy. I would like to do it in a proper performa. According to my opinion, it should be in a proper performa. So I'm writing it again for you. First of all, you have to take, remember cash flow statement. In that there is a NP. First of all, you have to calculate the profit, then add back depreciation or any other non-cash expenditures that you have to add back in it. Whatever is there, then you have to add back all the increase in current assets. No, sorry, add back increase in current liabilities. Sorry, remember na? Increase in current liabilities or decrease in current assets. Then whatever is the amount, less decrease in current liabilities or increase in current assets. Whatever is the amount, then you have to make adjustment of investing activities. You know? Investing activities means purchase of fixed asset to be deducted, sale of fixed assets to be added. Then you have to go for the financing activities. Remember beta? Financing activities, these are investing. And then financing activities are there. In this you have to do add issue of shares, debentures, bonds, bank loans, or whatever it is from where you have arranged finances, that will be added. Less you have to make redemption of debentures, means payment of funds, redemption of debentures or payment of bank loan, whatever it is, that is to be deducted, and then you will find your closing cash balance. Sir, yes, remember cash flow statement. Very good. So all that is to be done beta, only then you will get it. So this is the thing which has been done in this case. Trading profit is there, 40,000, add back debenture interest is there. Then decrease in current assets is added back, increase in stock is deducted, decrease in liabilities is added. You will get your cash profit. Add back opening cash balance in it, and you will also add whatever cash is brought by the partner, less drawings if any made in this case, because this is not proper performa of cash flow statement, because that is practically a company's performa. So in this case, simple is there. Whenever here this is the funds brought down, this is a financing activity, because here C is the financing person, he is bringing up the capital for us, and this is a payment of financing activities, means the capital is paid back. So this is drawings And then addition to capital means for purchase of building is there, purchase of asset is there, that is to be deducted. So finally you will get this. This is to be mentioned. This is to be mentioned in balance sheet. Then your balance sheet is completed. Now your balance sheet is completed. For purchasing company, it is very easy. It is very easy. If you ask about the purchasing company, you will see this is very easy, because in this case, what you have to do is you have to prepare just a simple profit and loss account of Messrs A, B, and C that we have already done. By trading profit already done, so that has been done. Balance sheet we have to prepare. Balance sheet is very simple. We have to add the shares to be paid to all the partners. That is already calculated in partners capital account. We get in partners capital account. 80,320 plus 65,360 plus 13,440. $1,59,120. Is that clear? Then long-term borrowings, if any, is there. Non-current assets, property, plant and equipment, that is given to you. 57,000 was the building. Intangible asset of goodwill is there. Non-current investment is there. Inventories are there. Cash and cash equivalent is there. That is from the balance sheet given to us, already prepared by us. Long-term borrowings includes 10,600 for a property. That's it. Very simple. Very simple. So that has been done, beta. So we can calculate the cash balance simply just by adding the amount of cash inflows and deducting cash outflow. That is up to your choice, beta. There's no problem. No proper performa is required in working note. In working note, you may do it as per your choice. Just it should be understandable to the checker, paper checker. That should be there. Charu, I think this is okay now. So everyone is clear with the concept of conversion of a partnership firm into a company. So next we have to go for sale of a firm to a company. निकाल लो, open it. Are you enjoying it or you're just boring? This is just boring. So sale of a firm to a company. Let's start. Let's start and enjoy this. Conversion and sale have not a big difference between each other. So let's try to understand that we have to just do more and more practice in this case. In this case, PC is to be determined as there are two different organizations and they have not any relationship between them earlier. So the point of purchase consideration is more important in this case. And that is to be satisfied in terms of shares. Firstly, PC is determined, assets and liabilities are to be transferred to realization account as we have done in the previous case together with PC, which is to be satisfied in terms of shares. PC is to be determined, capitalization of the company distribution of purchase consideration among partner, maintenance of same set of books, dividend grantee by partner, taking over of debtors, no only for collection, pre-incorporation have been discussed in company account. So all these points have been discussed earlier in previous chapters, which will help you while doing this chapter. Before conversion take place, usually partners capital account and assets and liabilities are to be adjusted. Any error or omission is to be rectified. That is to be rectified. Same assets may be taken by a partner. Some partners may even undertake to take some liabilities also. So some assets same नहीं है, some है यहाँ पर. So some assets may be taken by a partner. Some partners may even undertake to discharge some liabilities. Means कुछ partners liabilities ले सकते हैं, take over कर सकते हैं, assets ले सकते हैं, सब कुछ पुराना है, nothing new is there. This lecture is more and more interesting, and the next lecture will also be more and more interesting. Reason is there because now you have understood the basics, whatever is required. You have practiced the dissolution in the previous lectures. When one person practices on one thing, then he is enjoying in the next part. Partnership starting chapters are always boring because this is the part and parcel of this study. Capital profit or loss may be shared in capital ratio as earlier. Sometimes account may not be available on the date of conversion, then often an estimate or interpreted balance sheet is taken on a basis. As the basis means we may have to prepare some balance sheet on the estimated basis. Now this line is very important for me because I would like to let you explain one thing in this case. Just tell me one thing. I have the capital of A 10,000, B 20,000, C 60,000. On 1st of April 2020. Okay. And then assets, total assets on 31st of March 2021 is 1 lakh. It will be 2 lakh. Then total liabilities as on that date is 50,000. How much profit I have earned in 2021? Do it. Do it fast. Waiting for your answers. Those who will calculate will get the prize, and the prize will be declared only when you will send the answers. Fast. Rohan Jain has done it. Very good. Very good, Rohan. Shabash. Waiting for your answers, beta. How much is the profit you have earned in 2021? Get it. If you have done CA Intergroup 1, you can easily solve it. करो भाई करो, फास्ट फास्ट फास्ट. Do it fast, beta. Rohan Jain, you are right. Harsh Goyal, good. Khushi, good. Very good. Abhijit. Question is, Charu, very simple. that is mentioned in front of you, we have to calculate profit for the year 2021, for which opening capital of A, B, and C is given to you. Then closing assets and liabilities are given to you. How to get it? Remember the concept of single entry system, beta. In single entry system, you remember how to calculate the profit. In that case, you have to do closing capital minus opening capital to calculate the profit. So in the given case, here it is 1,50,000. So this is what? This is net assets. Assets minus liabilities is equal to net assets. Now one thing is, remember to you, net asset meant for the capital, it is one and the same thing. So it is 1,50,000. This is what? This is closing capital. Opening capital is also given to you. It is totaled rupees 90,000. So what you have to do is, closing capital is 1,50,000. Opening capital is beta 90,000. So how much is the profit? Profit for the year 2021 is 60,000. Very simple, beta. This you have done in single entry system, you have done it in previous accounting systems. You should have to remember the basics of +1 also, because everywhere it has been discussed at various levels. Sir, cannot be calculated. Sorry, sir. Profit 1,32,000. Is that clear, beta? So these are the small tricks which are required in solving these questions, because number of such type of points will come to you. Now we have to go for the illustration given in your module. Illustration number 8. We will do illustration number 8. Let's do it. One thing you should have to note it down, that whomsoever question we are doing, the similar, whatever illustration we are doing, similar practice questions are given to you in your module at the end of the chapter. Must do those, because if I have solved 2 illustrations for you, illustration number 4 and 5, it means for there is no other illustration available for you of that method. So for that same method, you should have a practice question with you. Same 2 questions are given in your practice. For conversion of partnership form into a company, you have to do that. Illustration number 8. प्रभु एंड कंपनी. देखो भगवान का नाम ले लिया उसने. You have used the name of God. Prabhu and company. Read the question. Illustration number 8. Yes. Prabhu and Company is a partnership firm consisting of Mr. Prabhu Bhola and Shiv, sharing profit in the ratio of 2:1, and Bhagwan Limited is a company doing similar business. Firm and the company provide the following ledger balances. Both have their closing balances with you on 31st of March 2011. Now read the last lines of the question, because I have already mentioned you, whenever there is a lengthy question, read the last lines. In the last lines, he have mentioned we have to prepare realization account, capital account, and bank account / cash account in the books of partnership firm Prabhu and Company. Also, we have to pass journal entries in the books of acquiring company, that is purchasing company Prabhu, and in the books of Bhagwan Limited, purchasing company. So be sure that we have to go for the complete question in this case, because here we have to prepare books of vendor company as well as the purchaser company both. Vendor is a partnership firm and purchaser is a limited company. So very simple and easy to understand the concept, because the concept will remain same of dissolution. There's no difficulty in this case, nothing new in this case, just minor differences are there, minor things you have to remember. That is we have to, instead of transferring, instead of encashing our assets, because in previous case we are encashing our assets by selling those assets, here we will not sell those assets, we will transfer our assets, obviously, you know. So firm and the company have the following ledger balances with you. It was decided that firm Prabhu and company be dissolved and all the assets except which cash and bank, leaving two, and all the liabilities of the firm to be taken over by Bhagwan Limited. So Bhagwan Limited is going to take over all the liabilities, all the assets except cash and bank, that's it. So whatever the cash and bank balance will be there at the end, that will be transferred to the partner's capital account, because you should have to know that whatever amount is available with us at the end, if available, if it is not available, then it comes to an end. If available, that will be given to the partners. In addition to that, partners will also get shares. Now the PC is already framed by him, already mentioned by him. He says that the 25,000 shares will be given at the rate of rupees 12 per share. So that is rupees 3 lakh. So PC is already calculated by him. In this case, if anything is paid extra, or you may say, if whatever the amount he will receive, whatever the amount he have to receive, and whatever the amount he has received, the difference will be loss or profit. Means that will be the realization account which will help us, and that will be calculated automatically. We doesn't have to do much efforts for that. Partner of Prabhu and company agreed to divide the shares in the profit sharing ratio and bring necessary cash for settlement of their capital. So that is the point. Creditor of Prabhu and company includes 50,000 payable to Bhagwan Limited. This is the most important thing which you have to keep it into your mind. This is what he says. He says the creditors of Prabhu and company includes 50,000 payable to Bhagwan Limited. This is not a matter of concern for the seller company. This is a matter of concern for the purchaser company, because the purchaser company cannot show liability against its own, that I have to receive payment from myself. That Bhagwan Limited can't show in his books. So Bhagwan Limited will reverse that entry in his books of account. It doesn't have any relevance with the vendor company. Let it be clear, if any amount is payable by the vendor company to the purchaser company in past, then that have no effect on in the books of vendor company. That have the effect only in the books of purchaser company. Purchaser company will pass entry. An unrecorded liability of 12,500 must also be taken over by the, again, if any unrecorded liability of asset comes into the picture, then vendor company have no relevance for that. This is the matter of concern for the purchaser company only, that has been discussed in dissolution chapter earlier. Okay, my dear. So very simple and easy to do this question. Just you have to prepare realization account. Realization account is very simple. We have to transfer all our assets and liabilities. See the question, we have to solve it. Expecting you can easily solve it yourself. There's no problem. I'm just showing it for you. Transferred all assets, plant and machinery 2,50,000, furniture and fixture 25, except cash and bank. That is not to be transferred. Creditors are transferred, stock is transferred, debtor is transferred. Okay, and by Bhagwan Limited, or by, you may say, purchasing company. You have to write the name of purchasing company that I have mentioned you, that he has decided to pay us 25,000 shares at the rate of rupees 12 per share. So this is 3 lakh rupees. So this is a simple calculation of PC in this case that has already been discussed in your previous chapter here also. So this is rupees 3 lakh. Is that clear? Whatever is the balance that will be transferred to partners capital account. Partners capital account is very easy to solve in this case by balance brought down. Whether you are considering this thing, that there's nothing important, nothing new in this case. General reserve is to be allocated as it is given to you in your question. So that has been allocated. Then to realization account, loss on realization. Now this is an important thing. How these shares will be allocated. That has been specifically mentioned in the question that shares received will be allocated in the profit sharing ratio. Now, what is the profit sharing ratio in this case? That has been given to you 2:2:1. Is that given to you? Check it out. Read the question. Partners of Prabhu and company agreed to divide the shares issued by Bhagwan in the profit sharing ratio. That's it. If they are interested to bring it in the profit sharing ratio, then whatever will be the balance in capital account, that will be settled through cash. Means if their capital and profit balance differs, then obviously that will be settled. That will be settled by transferring to cash account, whatever is the balance figure. So this is a balance figure to cash. It is a balance figure. Okay. And this is simple. 3 lakh divided into 2:2:1 ratio. Very simple. This is against balance figure. By cash or to cash, whatever comes, that will be the balance figure. Now cash and bank account is prepared. That is also very simple. By cash, whatever the cash is available, that is transferred to bank, so that all entries should be transferred to the bank. And this is all simple. Just these 3 entries are passed in it: 40,000, 10,000, and 5,000. 40, 10, and 5. Nothing else is there. One contra entry is there. In the books of purchaser company, very simple entries are there. Just like in the previous case, just one word will be added, that is called liquidator. In this case, when the PC will due, entry will be passed as business purchase account debit to liquidator of vendor company. To liquidator. Why? In case of sale of a company, companies must have partnership firm have to appoint a liquidator, and it is also not mandatory. It is just a conceptual thing. It may or may not be written. If it has been written as Prabhu and company, it's also okay. There's not a big difference. You need not to worry on it that it must be mentioned. It is not a mandatory requirement. So entries are similar as we have done in previous case: business purchase to liquidator of Prabhu and company or simple vendor and company. Assets account debit to liabilities account. All assets at taken over price, already discussed in previous question. I have discussed with you in conversion. To business purchase 3 lakh rupees. Whatever is the balance figure, that will be transferred to capital reserve or goodwill. Okay. And then whatever is given to Prabhu and company, that is when PC is settled, when PC is discharged, entries Prabhu and company account debit to share capital to security premium, because shares are issued at premium in this case. This is an entry which I have discussed with you regarding unrecorded, regarding intercompany transfer. He has mentioned you that 50,000 of the creditors in vendor company are those which belongs to ourselves, which belongs to us. Us means 50,000 is payable by vendor company to purchaser, vendor company to purchaser company. So that is an intercompany transfer. Now, when this, see, yeah, when these creditors worth rupees 1,50,000 are acquired by me, then these 1,50,000 includes creditors worth rupees 50,000. So it should be 1 lakh, because I can't owe amount to myself. It means for this amount is owed by me to myself. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि 50,000 रुपए मैंने खुद को देने हैं, बिकॉज अब ये क्रेडिटर मैं खुद बन गया हूं, मेरे ही क्रेडिटर है और मैं ही डेटर हूं इसका। सो ये 50,000 रुपए को खत्म करना है। दिस इज टू बी फिनिश्ड बाय मेकिंग ए कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री। Obviously, if it is payable, if it is payable to someone, then it is receivable from someone also. So that due to that reason, we have made a contra entry, because this amount was earlier receivable by me from the vendor company. So this has also been included in our debtors in this. To understand this entry, you should have to go to the balances of assets and liabilities given to you. Yeah. So these are the balances of Prabhu and Company and Bhagwan and Limited. He has mentioned you that in creditors of this one, that is Prabhu and Company, 50,000 rupees are due to Bhagwan Limited. So it means for, it includes 50,000. If it includes 50,000, obviously Bhagwan Limited debtors also include 50,000 as amount receivable from Prabhu and Company. So when both the debtors and creditors belongs to same company, then it is to be cancelled, it is to be written off. That we have done, we have passed the contra entry by reversing our debtors and creditors with rupees 50,000 only. So creditors account debit to debtors account. Mutual owing has been eliminated. So this has come to its end. This question has come to its end. I would like to suggest you to complete all the questions, all the illustrations. We will go for the doubts in the next lecture. We will go for some technical questions in the next lecture. You may leave question number. Yes, we can discuss illustration number 6, 7, and 9 in the next chapter, in the next lecture. Because in the next lecture, these are very important illustrations. Illustration number 9th, illustration number 7th, and some technical points are also there, which is to be discussed in the next lecture. Also, I would like to show you the examination questions, which type of questions comes into your exam out of this chapter. And we will take queries also, if some queries are there with you. So bring your queries with you in the next lecture. Sir, why unrecorded liability is not recorded in the realization account? Beta, I am saying again and again and again, remember this thing. I would like to explain in Hindi also कि देखो रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट क्या है। रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में हम लोग जितने हमारी बैलेंस शीट में एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज पड़े होते हैं उनको खत्म कर देते हैं ट्रांसफर करने के बाद, और कुछ नहीं करते। उसके बाद जो मिला है उसको रिसीव कर लेते हैं, जो पैसे आए उसको डाल देते हैं, और बैलेंस शीट फिगर हमारा प्रॉफिट और लॉस आ जाता है, जो हमें फायदा नुकसान हुआ। अब जो हमारी बैलेंस शीट में अपेयर ही नहीं हो रही, जो एसेट हमारी बुक्स में है ही नहीं, उसको हम लोग कैसे रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं? कर ही नहीं सकते। रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट का कंसेप्ट मैंने बताया था, डिसोल्यूशन का मेरा पहला लेक्चर याद करो, उसमें मैंने बताया था कि जो रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट है वो इसलिए बनाया जाता है कि हम लोग सारे एसेट्स को रियलाइज करने जा रहे हैं, उनको बुक वैल्यू पे हम लोग रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करते हैं। किस पे ट्रांसफर करते हैं? बुक वैल्यू पे ट्रांसफर करते हैं, ना कि मार्केट वैल्यू पे। उसके बाद जो पैसे हमें आते हैं उसको रियलाइज करने से वो पैसे हम रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में डाल देते हैं, दैट्स इट। अगर कोई एसेट रियलाइज नहीं होता तो ट्रांसफर वो भी एसेट को करेंगे हम लोग बैलेंस रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में, बट उससे पैसे नहीं आए कोई तो कुछ भी अमाउंट उसमें नहीं डाली जाएगी, उसकी रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में बाद में पैसे ना आने की कोई एंट्री नहीं डाली जाएगी, क्योंकि पैसे तो आए ही नहीं, तो वो जीरो हो गया, वो लॉस हो गया। रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट का कंसेप्ट अलग है, रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट का कंसेप्ट अलग है। रिवैल्यूएशन में हम वो एसेट्स को डालते हैं जिनकी रिवैल्यूएशन होती है, जिनकी इंक्रीज होती है या डिक्रीज होती है वैल्यू, लेकिन रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में हम सारे एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज जो हमारी बुक्स में है वो ट्रांसफर करते हैं। क्लियर? हाँ, परचेजिंग कंपनी उसको डालेगी, बिकॉज परचेजिंग कंपनी के ऊपर वो नई लायबिलिटी खड़ी हो रही है आके, या वो सारे एसेट्स को क्योंकि परचेजिंग कंपनी सारे एसेट्स और लाइबिलिटीज को मार्केट वैल्यू पे टेक ओवर करती है, वेंडर कंपनी सारे एसेट्स और लाइबिलिटीज को बुक वैल्यू से खत्म करते हैं और जो मिला उसको अपनी इनकम या अपनी रिसीट मान लेते हैं। इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? सर व्हाई अनरिकॉर्डेड लायबिलिटी हो गया सर, इंस्टेड ऑफ लिक्विडेटर कैन वी राइट वेंडर फ्रॉम? यस एग्जैक्टली, यू मे राइट चारू, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम। Okay, then we will meet in the next lecture once again. Thank you very much. Sir, could we close the session?